Hello and welcome, Tartarus here with my update number 4 for the mod GoRR, Glory of Rome Remastered. As you can see, I was quite busy adding new stuff to the map. I finished Germania, the whole Germanian areas here. Also, the Balkan areas are very dense now. And there are some smaller things I need to add here to address. The Alpine areas here are a bit, they need some care now. Also, Scandinavia, I'm not sure if I go into full detail or leave them as they are. It's kind of an island 2.0. And then I will finish all the eastern parts here and the Caucasian areas here, which are prepared, but I'm aware of the small things here now. And also with the new regions, I am concentrating on working on the ground types, the heights, and the features, which are basically rivers and shores. Like this one here is an impassable shore, for example. But also rivers, because in the base game there are some rivers like for example this one, which doesn't fit into anything in the real life. And for example, this one isn't updated. The ground textures aren't updated. So if I click here, you will notice that these areas are impassable, and they are the actual rivers. And I need to rework with IBT all these ground textures and basically make a new map with the new features here and the new ground types to let the rivers appear somehow correctly. It's still a game. I can't make this map 100% accurate, and also with the trees, for example, I don't know how dense the trees are at this area here, for example, 2,300 years ago. So it's basically a compromise to make a good and a funny game. So this is also an important part here, to clear all the small pathways and river crossings, the trees, the spots for ambushes and for roads, and also make it somehow realistic but also interesting. All these small factions here are still the raw shape. I've started, for example, with the Frisi here at the coastline. They have their 3 settlements and their starting armies and spy and diplomat ready. Also their neighbors here, the Bructeri, they need homelands, and they are still a horde faction, but I will change this and then they will get proper territories and a proper state to live. Also the Ubi, this one here for example, I think I will put him across the Rhine to have them on both sides of the Rhine and make them neighbors to the Karuski and Semnones. Also the Norea faction here, the Celtic, very important Celtic kingdom, which is one of the reasons the Roman Empire could develop or exist in the first place, because I think 70% of the metal work was done in GoRR, and they were one of the, I think, the only Celtic kingdom which was assimilated peacefully into the Roman Republic, because they were such close allies and such important trade partners that Rome didn't attack them and didn't enslave them. Their neighbors faced other consequences, like the insurgeries or the Bowie, but the Norreys, they had it somehow peaceful. But if you look, a lot of these settlements still need garrisons. Also, the factions need some proper starting positions here. The Bowie are in place, but the Marco money, for example, are still somewhere around here, together with the Burgundy and Semnones, and also the Goths or the Gothi factions are still in Scandinavia only. I will put them to the continental shores here in modern day Prussia, and I think this spot together with the Lugi and Asti and Finni and whatever factions. Yeah. Will be interesting. I think in the end every barbarian faction will get around 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 starting settlements, and yeah, it will be quite busy here, because there are a lot of factions, a lot of land, a lot of settlements which aren't developed, but will be fun to watch which faction will dominate. Maybe cause other factions to migrate as a horde. I hope they do, and get south, and causing a kind of a pressure. And like in real life, maybe the Cimbri decide to walk around Europe and invade northern Italy or Spain or whatever. Also the Greek factions here are very much ready, and yeah, I fleshed out some more starting armies here, and will be interesting to play with them. And once I'm done, I think I will start a Seleucid campaign. Yeah, one of my favorite factions in Rome, or maybe the Romans itself, or the Carthaginians. Also interesting. Very hard and stretched. Yeah, Spain. Maybe, yeah, there are a lot of factions which are interesting, and it's kind of tough for some of them, for the smaller ones. But once you get 1 or 2 additional settlements, you can start to build up a full stack and, yeah, defend yourself. So, it will be fun. I'm looking forward. I hope to finish the other areas in about 1 or 2 weeks, and I think the total amount of regions will be 600 regions plus, maybe 650 around this, and yeah, then comes some coding, like all the starting positions, the rebels, some corrections, like whatever. There's always something wrong. And still some UI which need to be addressed, like all these small icons here, they are pretty much copy-paste from the Germani faction. Not Germani, they are renamed Teutoni factions are there. But here you can see the logo is a different one to the Choki, for example. And it's the same like the Karuski. They have also this sitting priest or whatever. Yeah, and this has to be addressed to look a bit more correctly. Yeah, so I'm looking forward for the 0.1 release, for the base game essentially. And with the base game all the detailed work will start. Factions will be fleshed out, the unit rosters, the buildings, the scripts, all the interesting stuff, which is, yeah, a lot of things to come. So I hope you like what you see. As I said, I hope to release 0.1 in some weeks, if all goes well. No bugs or something, because one bug, for example, cost me a week to fix the game. And in modding you never know. It's always something wrong or something, yeah, that needs to be addressed. But it's all for the joy. So if you like, leave a comment, tell me your impressions, what you like to see, what should be in the game, and yeah, stay awesome and happy. Bye.